Hey everyone, welcome back to another tutorial. This time I wanted to focus on using Kling's platform and show you step by step how you can make your own 3D Pixar style animations with a very simple workflow. We are here on Kling AI's website. I've put the link in the description. I know that we've all been taken by storm this week with the global release of Seedance 2, but Kling remains a very powerful tool that I would recommend to use in every workflow. It is especially good for its built-in multi-shot option, for B-rolls, and for 3D animations like the one I'm about to show you. Here we are in their Omni video generation model. This is the main interface for video generation, and as you can see on the left side, we have the option to save characters as elements. All you have to do is import the image of your choice, give it a name, and enter a short description. You will then see your characters appear at the top of your text box. Then you can easily import it from your library. But what makes Kling AI platform even more powerful is its option to work within a canvas. And I really enjoy working that way because it makes it easier to keep things organized. As you can see, here I have all my images and character references and video outputs in the same place. So let me show you a little bit what I did. This section in the top left was for a scene where my 3D animated Yorkie meets a flock of chickens during a snowcation. So really, all it takes here is a starting image, a reference image for the Yorkie, a reference image for the chickens, and a prompt. To create those images, I could very well use Kling's image generator, which does a pretty good job, and I will show you later. But for those character sheets and start frame, I used Google Flow's Nano Banana Pro. To get these 3D animation look, you can first brainstorm a little bit with Gemini or your chatbot of choice to get those first images. It will give you the proper prompts to get the look you want. Then once you have your image, just type in Google Flow to extract the character and place it in front of a plain white background. So back to Kling. Once you have those, all you need to do is type your prompt and generate the videos using the Omni model. You can run it as many times as you like and adjust the prompt depending on what you'd like. Here, I got those two clips that I then stitched together in CapCut and upscale to 4K, and I will show you in this video how to upscale to 4K for free.
Huh?
What is that?
That one actually came out pretty great. Now for the next one, I wanted to have her in a nice meadow at golden hour. So let's scroll to the right a little bit. Here she is introduced to a new character, Bob the Squirrel. So I created a new starting image showing her in the meadow, uploaded the character reference for the squirrel, and typed my prompt. Don't forget to connect each of those elements into the video generator in the middle. The clips to the right are the video generated. They only appear once the video is done generating. I generated 4 of those because I had a hard time getting the texture I wanted for the dirt. But here you can preview and download it directly once you're satisfied with the results. It is always good to generate at least a couple so you have more variety when editing it into CapCut. As you might have noticed too, I wanted 2 of those to be for a short, so I changed the format to 9:16 directly into the video generator.
Uh-oh. Haha.
The next part is very interesting, and I found it very useful. On the right side of the interface, you can chat with an AI agent. I have asked it to expand on my starting frame and create a list of 10 different camera angles. It did cost 10 credits, but it really isn't that much. And so that's what it generated, and as you can see, the quality is pretty good. I really like all these images. The agent then asked me if I wanted it to animate all of those images. I decided to give it a try as an experiment. This didn't show me the price at first, but it did cost 600 credits, so be careful before you do that. That's 60 credit per 5 seconds clip. However, all these clips were pretty nice, and I was able to use all of them stitched together to make a 50-second scene. The only problem I would say is that it didn't properly write her name on her necklace in all of these clips. But I really like the quality of the image in all of these, so let me show you what it looks like once stitched together and with some music. So what's really impressive there is that it only took between 5 to 10 minutes to generate all of these images and to animate it, which gave me almost a full minute scene. Of course, I would have liked for it to be a little bit more dynamic, but my prompting was a little bit lazy, and I'm sure I could have obtained something better with a little bit more work. But I thought that this workflow was a huge gain of time. For the next part, Lucy in Manhattan, I will show you and do it with you step by step from the start, so you will really get to see and apply all that we just talked about in real time. But before that, let me show you a few more things. I really like having everything in one place. Here to the left, you have your typical text to image, image to image, image to video, and so on. But you can also just drag and drop your files into the canvas. That's how I typically like to do it, and that is what creates your nodes. It might seem intimidating at first, but it's really easy to use. You also have the option to edit your videos, and that is very important. Let me show you why. Here we are just going to import a video clip. Click on it and add to the editor. One of the most difficult things when creating a short film is to extend the duration of a scene and keep the consistency. Here we have the option to capture the last frame, which is going to allow us to have a proper starting frame to extend this video clip. Here we go. Now we have our video clip and our new starting frame, which was the last frame of that clip. Let's make sure everything looks good first. Seems about right. So now all we have to do is generate a video starting from our new frame. And let's type something in our prompt box, like a butterfly suddenly lands on her nose. Make sure we have the correct settings. Hit generate. After a couple minutes, the video is done. Let's see what it looks like. Exactly what we wanted. Now the ultimate test, stitching the two together. We get into CapCut. That was perfect. Really love it. If you're still watching and you are enjoying this type of content or you find it useful, please consider subscribing to support the channel and help me create more content. I will greatly appreciate it. I'm posting tutorials every week and videos every couple days. But without further ado, let's get back to work. So here, we're going to start this scene from scratch, using exactly the method that I showed you earlier. This is my first image that I have imported from Google Flow. I want to make my Yorkie run through the busy streets of Manhattan, looking for the donut store. And the first thing I'm going to do is ask the agent to create 10 different angles from this image, just to get us started with more variety. All right, let's see what we got. Not too bad. I'm definitely going to use some of these. The first step is going to be to animate this first image by clicking on video generation. Then I add my character reference, connect the elements using Omni 3 model, and insert my prompt. Make sure everything is good to go and hit generate. Now let's look at the first clip a couple times. All right, not too bad. Besides the two identical shoes or weird leg placement. But for the purpose of this tutorial, it's not a problem. There is always the option to adjust the prompt to fix it. Next clip, with open another reference to video generator. And we do the same thing. I will play some of it in accelerated and let you watch the full process. For this last scene, instead of doing multi-element, I'm doing first and last frame. For that, there can only be 2 images loaders for us to be able to set the video generator to frame mode instead of element mode. Alright, with that done, I will import all of these clips into CapCut and stitch it together with some nice music. That's pretty cool, considering that we probably spent less than an hour putting this together. I hope that you found this workflow helpful. And if you wish to try Kling's platform on your own, I put the link to their website in the description, as well as a referral code for a discount. You can also join their Discord, which is packed with useful tips. Last thing, I told you about upscaling your videos to 4K for free. The first software that I use is called Shutter Encoder. This will allow you to extract each frame from your video clip. First thing that you do is drag and drop your video into the Dropbox. Then, under the Choose function option, scroll down and choose Image. This will ensure that all your frames are exported as PNG files. Change your output folder and choose something that you'll call Sequence Input, because you will then input all of these frames into another software to upscale each frames. Then check the box, Create an image sequence from a video at the top right. Then hit Start function. This process can take a few minutes depending on your hardware. Once it's done, open the second software that you downloaded for free. It's called Upscale, and I have also put the link in the description. This is the software into which you will import all your frame to upscale each one of them. First, make sure that you check the box that says Batch Upscale. Select your input folder, which is the folder in which all your previously exported frames should be, the folder that we called Sequence Images Input. Then choose the model. For this type of animation, I recommend digital art. For the scale, it depends on the size of your original file. So if your video is 720p, you can keep it at X4. If it's 1080p, I recommend doing X2 or X3 maximum. Then choose your output folder. This is where all your upscaled images will be exported, and press Upscale. Now I'm not going to do it right away because it can take some time, probably between 30 minutes to 1 hour. But once that's done, you reopen Shutter Encoder. And this time, you drop the entire folder containing all your newly upscaled images into the Dropbox. Then you press Choose function and choose 264. This will open a larger window, and to the right of it, under Image Sequence, make sure that you check the box and that the frame rate is matching your original video frame rate. In this case, it's 25. Then choose your output folder. Usually I do desktop and press Start function. This should only take a few seconds. Your video will be then 4K, but will have no sound. You will have to import it into CapCut and superpose it with the original lower quality video to match the sound width, then export again. Don't forget to make sure you export it in 4K from CapCut. And with that done, that will be all for today. I hope that you enjoyed it. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.